Halo guys, kembali lagi dengan gue ini ya. Kita live hari ini mungkin beberapa jam aja ya guys. Karena apa ya? Karena nanti ada acara guys. Oke, enjoy for watching guys. Oke, sekarang sinyalnya hijau ya. Kalau kemarin kuning, sekarang hijau. Suruh ngelawan dia. Astaga. Halo, halo bang. Iya nih, live sore
Over
terus nih.
there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
Mungkin 1 mingguan
You
ini live sore
not
ya guys.
welcome here.
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no, is this the same thing they did to corrupt Awalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain. Bow before the abyss!
I must leave no... Let the show begin. Eat this! Boba! Get Steady as stone. Nice and spicy.
Wind blade.
Anjir gak.
Wind blade.
Out of the frying pan. I must leave no. Boba, get them. Steady as.
Wind blade.
Grant me new life!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
The end will come!
I missed a spot. I must leave. Nice and spicy. Race you.
The world will fall! The end is nigh!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Steady as.
The end will come!
I must leave no stone unturned. Nice and spicy.
The end is nigh!
Wind blade.
Hey,
The world will fall!
leave it all to me. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
The world will fall! The end
Wind blade.
is nigh! The world will fall!
La, 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 la.
Time! The end will come! The end is nigh!
Really, Boba, get.
The world will fall! Surging tide! The end will come!
I must leave no stone unturned.
was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about, too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. It entered into my proving ground by accident, but it could not think, only fight. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know. But did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking.
Yes, I smell more danger. You too. Also, be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane. Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the Tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew! Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before.
I'll keep this close.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, what's going on?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it.
Oh,
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it,
destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Oh, ini gua masuk ya? Mana tadi?
A little dusty. Best give it a spring clean. At the ready. So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look
Oh,
at us.
kemarin yang
We
kanan
barely
bukan
escaped
sini.
this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Astaga, nyampe nggak itu? Nggak nyampe dong, anjir, anjir. Astaga. Ih. Anjir. Alah. Itu aja nggak nyampe anjir.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsleif, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed. Oh, and something far more dangerous. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Out for the Abyss!
Steady as stone.
Abyss roar!
bisa.
I must leave no stone unturned. Let's
Kalah
dance.
kah?
Go, go, Barret Bunny! Leave it all to... I'll protect us.
With the wind! Wind blade!
Ntar ngisi nyawa dulu anjir. Oh, dikit banget. Apa ini? Oh, ada efek-efeknya ya.
I must leave no...
Disappear!
Get him! No escape! That's cheating! Steady as stone.
Wind blade!
Leave it all to me.
Resistance is futile.
Ready, steady, go! Let the show begin. Go, go, Barret Bunny!
Wind blade!
The world will fall. The end is nigh.
Steady as stone.
Wind blade!
The end will come. The world will fall.
Leave it all to me. Let's dance.
The world will fall. Surging tide.
Get him!
Wind blade!
The end
I'll protect us.
The world will fall. The end
Wind blade.
nigh.
With the wind.
The end will come.
Steady us.
Surging tide. The world will fall.
Wind
The
blade.
end is nigh. Surging tide. The end will come. All life will perish. The end is nigh. Decimate!
Go, go,
All
Barracuda!
life will perish! Decimate! Surging tide! The end will come!
I must leave no stone unturned.
The abyss shall
Baru R30 bang. Masih jauh dari ini.
Could that be? Ether. Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald!
Loh, ini
Your sister and the Abyss?
adiknya ya?
Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with Destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all? Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster, and now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go. show begins.
Oh, di bawah ternyata.
I won't let you down.
A reward on the road.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still... Is there anything I can
Halo
help you
bang,
with?
halo bang.
We
Iya,
wanted
mau
to
ke
ask, how do we get
Inazuma.
into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We
Nik-
came to the right person!
Lah, aku ngikutin yang di atas aja.
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small. Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Lloyd, it doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
Anjir ke situ dong. Cara ke situ gimana? Bener kah ya? Lewat sini ya? Ini astaga.
I'll keep this close.
Wow, these will come in handy. I'll race you there.
A reward on the road.
Go, Baron Pack! Let it rain!
Windblade!
Leave it all to me. I'll protect us. Steady as stone.
With the wind!
As a good knight should.
Windblade! A reward on the road. Windblade! Disappear!
Wow, these will come in handy. Let the la, 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 la. Get it! No one escapes my sights.
No stone unturned.
I'll protect us. No escape! Let's dance.
I'll keep this close. Is this an answer from this world?
Wih, terima kasih Bang Anggi sudah subscribe. Enjoy my stream, Bang. Masih pemula, Bang. Astaga. Marahin 40 detik dong. Mana tadi?
A reward on the road.
Ke arah mana sih? Ya. Gak ada tombol-tombol apa gitu. Ini gimana guys? Ada yang tahu kah? Kita ke sana dulu.
With the wind!
Astaga.
Steady as stone. Let the show begin.
Bet you can't keep up with me. No one escapes my sight. You'll pay for that.
Mati dong.
Ready, steady, go! I'll catch up. Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Astaga.
Maybe
Alah.
I wasn't meant for this world.
Harus gimana guys?
Let's dance. Yeah, hi.
Bisa keluar. Hidupin dulu anjir anjir. Susah bener itu. Nah dong.
Wind blade.
Go, Barbara, go! Let the show begin.
Jadi bisa diserang.
I must leave no stone. Get him! I'll protect us. Go, go, Baron Bunny! No escape! Leave it all to me. Go, Barbara, go! Hi. Hi. Hi.
Kecepit dong, anjir.
Hi. Let's dance.
Nah,
Come on, we can do it. Hi. I must leave no stone unturned.
sudah. Anjir gitu.
I'll race you there.
Mana tuh?
Get him! Go, Barrett Bunny! Let it rain!
Ambil aja.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Di sini ya tapi. Kita coba, harusnya bisa nyampe. Bicara dengan sulit.
What have we got here? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being.
Huh? The fragrance of what now?
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
with this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would...
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake. tends...
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You... want...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Sound of the ocean waves.
Anjir.
Wow, this weather is awesome.
Oh, anjir yang sana dong. Nggak bisa.
All clear as far as the eye can see. All clear as far as the eye can see.
Hidupin dulu dah. Anjir.
sign up. Let's see who the competitors are. Vader said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against? Hello? Are you here to...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entry. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Me?
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith cat. They tried to sneak past me. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. I stood my ground, of course. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed.
Uh-huh. But for us, even... All right, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. If so,
So you're also here for the tournament?
you better believe it. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important No. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken. In most people's eyes, I am a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous? He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can, for example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attack.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
There's a tuition.
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have...
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe...
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too...
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but so far I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon too! Put down Battle with Storm Terror.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, right. Your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this, even though you don't have a vision. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition, it should. All right, it's showtime.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go. What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Halo bang,
I
halo
knew
bang
I
buat
wouldn't
dia.
regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll... But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try?
No, I didn't. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So,
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
if you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. Why don't you dodge, they ask? Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hey!
Thanks, I'll do my...
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this, but you were quick to adapt. And managed. In fact, I discerned this not from...
I guess not using your elemental powers must be...
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. As for the guy you'll be facing, What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given... Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then.
Steady as stone. I must leave no stone unturned.
Windblade!
Get him!
Disappear!
Go, Baron Bunny! Let the show begin.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, please save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements, that the world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, not to mention with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But if you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I would...
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's... The culprit has only acted recently. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
at the...
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
With the wind!
Have a little taste.
Wind blade!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And in other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along, but then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me. Drat. This should have gone differently. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is...
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Leave it all to me.
Wind blade!
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip.
Halo bang.
In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the
ini
nation.
ke
Hold on
Inazuma
a
ya.
second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not
Oh,
forget
Inazuma
that this
itu
is one of the 7
legend baru ya?
archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm.
Apa itu region rawan? Tadi sih ada pilihan ke Inazuma atau kemana tadi? Aku pilih yang atas tadi. Iya. Ini mau misi harian dulu lah. Lupa. Oh iya bang, lanjut kelupaan terus ya? Kalau nggak diingetin emang gitu ya, kelupaan ya. Tadi sempet pas live beberapa menit keinget pas ini. Oh iya belum download ya. Nggak ngantuk. Posisinya udah live gitu. Kalau belum live tadi masih sama terus. Iya bang.
A reward on the road.
Halo Bang Arga. Iya bang. Ajarin aku main bang. Sama sekali belum pernah ini main Genshin Impact. Ini aja tanya-tanya ini. Tadi aja pas di ke kapal itu mati terus di ini lautnya anjir. Ternyata disuruh terbang.
You here to play with me?
Lah iya, tak kira deket itu. Ternyata jauh pas di kapalnya itu. Ternyata disuruh terbang. Anjir, anjir. Beberapa kali tadi. Lah iya, makanya itu tadi.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Windblade!
Go, go, Barret Bunny! No one escapes my sights!
Disappear!
Leave it all to me.
Is this an answer from this world?
Ada ini.
Who cannot move mountains might.
Is this an answer from this world?
Let's dance.
Belum dapat, Bang. Bintang 5-nya belum dapat.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should.
Windblade!
Mungkin kebuka 10 atau 20 lagi dapat bintang 5. Udah PT ke 60 nih.
Windblade!
I'll protect us. La 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 la.
Iya bang, makanya ini mungkin 10 atau 20 lagi dapat bintang 5. Ini masih berapa sih? Butuh 1000 lagi. Mungkin besok ya.
Another
Nggak dapat. Nggak hoki dari kemarin.
Steady us.
Wind blade! Disappear!
There's no escape. Leave it all to me. Let's dance.
freeze! Picked the wrong test subject.
Anjir.
With the wind!
Let it rain. I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Wind blade!
Leave it all to me.
Udah selesai ya? Oke.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing.
Wih, level 31.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Loh, nggak bisa.
Just sharpen my spear.
Anjir, nggak bisa dong. Oh, karena hujan ini.
Race you.
Windblade!
Terima kasih Bang Arga. Udah subscribe.
Disappear!
Steady as stone.
Anjir. Kalau listrik tuh kelemahannya apa sih?
Boba, get them.
Habisin pakai ini aja. Kalau di bus nggak kuat Bang, belum kuat. Kita mati dulu dah. Sekalian nyelesain story ini kurang 1000 lagi. Berarti besok baru bisanya.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Apa itu Asen, Bang? Maksudnya Asen apa itu?
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Di level up ya? Oh iya. Apa ini? Temukan patung di Oke, tak coba lagi.
With the wind!
Beh, kok salah gitu?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Apa ini?
Let's dance! Hi.
Punya es tuh. Anjir di atas. bunga di Batam Arkon di Monster sama di Storm Terror. Oke.
Nice and spicy. Boba, get them!
Nggak dapat.
Disappear!
Leave it all to me.
A reward on the road.
Nice and spicy.
Berapa tadi? Loh, kok nggak dapat? Oh, kemungkinan ya.
Let the show begin. Outrider Amber, reporting. Wow, these will come in handy.
Besok aja lah ini. Ini aja dulu. Oh, ke kapal lagi.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Iya kah bang? Gak greget kah? Gregetnya gimana sih? Nih sekarang aku tulis pakai HP ini. Download. Apa ini? Download suara Jepang ya, biar keinget nanti. Oke, nah, coba. Ini udah aku tulis ini. Biar keinget nanti kalau udah live. Posisi udah live apa? Udah live streaming nanti aku download deh.
Oh, hey there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Itu Jepang arah-arah nggak bang?
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Itu yang mana?
Oh, right.
Ini aku udah dapat belum ya?
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Wah ini Bang Tanma ini apa kemarin lupa aku. Waifu ini. Kayaknya waifu nih.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Masuk ke list dong.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. You must be new here.
Excuse me?
Please provide the information
dapat
requested
bintang
and also
5.
declare any goods you are carrying with you.
Dapatnya DPS gak ya?
Currently,
Kalau
only
nggak dapat
members of
DPS
the
gimana
International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits?
Karakter terbaik Kazuha. Sampai sekarang nggak punya aku. Ditunggu bang, karena kayaknya itu karakternya
My
ini kan
apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
ubah-ubah kan kalau
Here are the entry papers for your kind perusal.
itu gacha.
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. So
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
the Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
Aku nggak tahu, gitu loh.
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible...
Kok ini gelap ya? Anjir. Di mapnya gelap anjir. Oh ini Inazuma. Loh, ini di mana ini? Kok jauh banget? Anjir. Ke bawah kanan dong. Oh, oh. Oh alah. Ada di atas. Itu di atas dong. Nanti lah. Enak apa itu? Izuma ya?
This is the Outlander Affairs
Banyak
Agency.
puzzle-nya.
Please have your documents and proof
Iya
of
kah, Bang?
identification ready.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it could be done. How connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not
No, no. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Akuan orang asing. Asuransi.
Which one should I
Perdagangan
choose?
internasional.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali. A nation blessing now 10% off.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes.
Crystal Marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Now...
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, and you're new to Rito, if I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
Got it! We're
for freedom. Sorry, which one should I choose?
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. Trade secret. Got it? You know it.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, they're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here. Go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
Oh? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe...
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't... Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt? Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. My hometown. The home of freedom.
Oh, it's
working! So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Leah Harbor.
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor... You mean... the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that,
but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, so I caved. Those people. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow,
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we... Evidence. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Oke guys, mungkin live-nya sampai hari ini aja ya. Karena aku ada acara di desa, jadi mungkin sampai di sini aja live-nya. Karena mungkin besok live lagi jam habis maghrib ya. Sekalian ini sama Bang Tamai ini disuruh download bahasa Jepang ya. Oke guys, terima kasih udah nonton. Terima kasih juga udah like-nya. Sampai bertemu kembali besok ya guys. Terima kasih guys. See ya.